Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing Food, the Gargoyle Ice Elementalist of Heplialcalcana for Dieselrobin Season 5. And our task this episode, or this session, I guess, which might be more than one episode, is an interesting one. Which is to do, if you've been watching this playthrough, exactly what we did in the last episode. And we're at a much higher level, so it should be easy, right? Well, yes. Also, this character is pretty strong, so who knows? Maybe it actually will be easy. But we have to do it without using any potions or scrolls. We would like, anyway, to do it without any potions or scrolls. Clear vaults 1 through 4, and dive to crypt 3 without using any potions or scrolls. So, first things first, let's do a character inventory, see what's up. We're still wearing the Ice Dragon armor of not casting. Looks like we've swapped into the +9 Lightatang of speed. What have we labeled it? Agni's Bane, Sanic the Blade Hog. Sure. Okay. And we're wearing like some boots and a hat and that no casting Ice Dragon armor. Very exciting, I'm sure. Still have the Fencer's gloves, of course. Some more new rings. Huh. I'm not sure I agree with the equals R thing. I would have put it on the other ring if it were me. Yeah, because our resists right now are fine. We're not going to, like... he did leave notes on this character. We have the stats and XP to learn some charms. IMO, we should. We can't cast any spells right now, Pleasing Fungus. So I think I will disagree with his assessment that we should learn charms until we find some new armor. So let's look for, first, maybe we can find some artifact armor that we would want to wear. Like the +9 plate armor of tenacity is pretty decent. We could wear that. And then we could actually cast spells. What else? Pretty much nothing else. Okay, what about any ego armor? Well, actually, if we want... First, okay, is there any dragon items lying around? Yes. Ice Dragon, Gold Dragon, Fire Dragon, Model Dragon. We have our pick. How much enchant armor do we have? 4. Okay. What about any ego plates we could wear? There's several we could try. So that's a thing we could do. I think what we're going to do, while I hope, we'll see if I can multitask this, but what I would like to do is just try on all the glowing plate that's lying around. And just see if any of it is any good. That's not. How about this one? Nope. It's very exciting. All right, I'm not keeping on my end of the conversation, really, I think. But it would be nice... Oh, we have a stash here, apparently, basically, is what this seems to be. I don't usually bother with those. +3 of fire resist. We could take off the ring of fire... Yeah, this messes with our... This is not so great for our resist profile, but okay, it's nice to know about. And lastly, there's one in Shoals. Wear it. +0 cold. Okay, so it seems like the plate armor of tenacity is a pretty good choice. And I want to see how wearing it compares to what we're currently wearing. Okay, so with our Ice Dragon armor, We're at 5721. With this plate armor, we are at 5914. So we gain a bit of armor. We lose a big chunk of evasion. And we lose the stat bonuses, which are kind of nice. But I think getting back the ability to cast spells in exchange for that is pretty nice. None of the spells we have currently memorized are interesting to me. Like, I would just never cast any of these. But, like, what spell books are there in the game? There's the Book of Battle, which has regen in it. That's great. The Book of Necromancy also has that, as well as Animate Dead, so that could be nice. What is in the Papyrus of Evolution, pray tell? Nothing good. Aura of Abjuration is good, but I don't think we're going to be investing in anything that ambitious. This artifact here, nothing. Glacial Confrontation sounds awful. Yes, that is what it is. Awful. Book of Minor Magic. We could learn Blink. Would be the main thing I would get out of that. So basically, like Blink, Regen, and Spectral Weapon we could pick up. How castable are those? Blink, 98%, but, you know, we could get it going without too much trouble, I think. Special Weapon and Regen will be sort of in that same neighborhood, but probably like it'll be like 100% fail, probably. Right. Book of Battle, look in it. We have a Special Weapon, 100%, Regen, 100%. So those are castable. Let's look at our experience and decide if we can afford to do that. I think it would be quite valuable to get, like, Regen and Spectral Weapon. And Blink. It's a bit of a shame that we lost the strength on that Ice Dragon armor. I think that the deal should be that until we learn those spells, we continue wearing the Ice Dragon armor. But we go memorize the spells. Or just, I guess we don't have to. Yeah, because I want to learn, like, Regen. So let's go learn Spectral or Blink, please. There's a lot of scrolls of blinking for sale. That's good to know. So I'm going to go learn the spells so that we can start... Oh, you don't have to pick it up. So we can start training it. Ugh. Regen, I guess? We don't have the spell levels to learn a lot of this stuff. 2 Scrolls of Amnesia? That's it? We have all these garbage spells taking up our spell levels. Like, ugh. We're just... I don't really foresee ever choosing to cast Freezing Cloud. It's just... I'm gonna update Pleasing Fungus. He seems interested. Okay. So I don't know. Now we can work on, like, getting Necromancy up and going if we want. I think learning Freezing Cloud when we did was pretty optimistic. So I'll just focus on, like, maybe what I should focus on is Blink, actually, because I do have the spell levels for that, right? So let's just go pick up Blink in Shoals. Memorize Blink, yes. I would also love to memorize, like, Repel Missiles, because we could actually cast that, and it would be quite valuable. I think I should, like, Amnesia Freezing Cloud. Sorry, Pleasing Fungus. If you want to learn it again, you can, I guess. Because that's a useful spell that we could cast in our plate and then put the Ice Dragon armor back on. Oh, God. Oh, I really hate doing that. Maybe I just won't. Let's leave it for now. But okay, I've filled up our spell slots with the spells I want to learn, and now people are going to have to learn them, so there. Are there any scrolls that I really want to read right now before we head into vaults, and I'll no longer be allowed to use them? Recharging that heal wounds could be good. It could be wasteful, but I think that's okay. I just want to have access to as much heal wounds as I can. Actually, I have 12 potions. Okay. That one potion... Oh, I can't write. I can't quaff the potions, but I can use the wands. Right? So I think I actually do want to recharge heal wounds now, so that it has as many charges as possible. So, you know, maybe we could have gotten more than 4 charges, but now I have it available for the hard part, which is doing vaults without potions. And we still need to rename our ancestor, which Pleasing Fungus I think is pretty keen on. I was thinking of just naming him something silly. We're just going to name him Burrito. Yeah, he was probably neither. Yeah, great. And let's head to Vault 0 here. Are there any, like, wands I should be picking up or something? There's another wand of heal wounds for sale, so I could... 2! Wait, we left one on the ground? I thought this character had 2. Why on earth? I would have emptied it before I dropped it. Potions of magic? We're not carrying any. Okay, fine. Okay, so here we are, about ready to head in. Let me make sure I have the character all ready to go here. We didn't, I guess, get as far as looking at our rings because we got distracted by, like, our armor. We have... Yeah, I would rather take off the Ring of Protection from Fire than this Ring of Fire that has, like, good stats and electricity resistance, right? We don't have electricity resistance anywhere else. I don't know. I guess either one is fine. So the ring that we have to swap with is basically this one on W. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like... I don't know. If we took off the Ring of Protection from Fire and put on a Ring of Fire, we would lose a pip of Cold Resist, but gain, like, some stats. I guess it's not a big deal. I'm afraid to go in. We have a couple of swappable weapons, which, like, don't totally matter. A couple of good wands. I could drop all of our potions and scrolls, but of course that's not what I'm going to do. Instead I'm going to macro R to no. Let's macro Q to no. And also macro 1, which I use to read scrolls, to no. So if I need to, I can redefine those macros and give up on the bonus goal. But I'd like to not have to do that. How's our invocations are at 11? That's pretty nice. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. This training all looks fine. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Me and my friend Burrito heading into the vaults. Escape-wise, we basically have transference, and I kind of thought we had hasting, but it turns out we don't, so that's a bit of a letdown. Because I would have loved to have hasting available to handle this without any potions or scrolls. I'm going to be exploring pretty carefully, even though this character is disgustingly strong. I don't want to auto-explore into any nasty situations. Because, unlike normally, we can't rely on being able to teleport or whatever to get out. Unless things are so dire that that's what we have to do to win the character, and then we will. But I don't want to get into that situation. What's my ancestor up to these days? Has Mass Confuse and Haste and Paralyze. That's pretty good. I wish you would haste me, honestly, but I understand that that's just not your jam. Oh, I so badly want to auto-explore. It's like I'm just reaching up there. So Pleasing Fungus suggests that we dive. I think we have to clear vaults, but dive crypt. It's sort of not clear to me. Like, obviously, the bot can't really check whether you've cleared or dived. It just knows, like, hey, you made it to crypt 3 or whatever. Can I read this on a thing? No. See, I already forgot. That's why I put that macro there, because I knew I would forget. Okay. How much enchant armor is there lying around? 5 of them. Okay. It's just like, it seems like those are harmless scrolls, right? It's not a tactical scroll. You should be allowed to read that. But I understand that you're not. I know, or I did know, even before I started this, that I would have this problem of thinking of it as, oh my gosh, Asterion, are you kidding me? I don't want to mess with that right now. Burrito, can you take care of it, maybe? It's looking like not really. Maybe an Idealize would help? Just hold him off so I can get to the stairs. That's all I ask. Because I don't want to fight all this right now while I'm marked. Asterion, oh, he confused everyone. Thank you so much. Maybe I do fight it. Pleasing Fungus has something to say. Ah, indeed. He points out that we should... I thought we had enough magic resistance that the Vault Sentinels were not a big deal, but we should totally switch to the Quarterstaff of magic resistance ++ so that we don't get marked. Yeah, Asterion is paralyzed, so that's pretty good. Why am I fighting the Balrog? Okay, Burrito just killed him. Thanks. But I still want to go upstairs. Like, I literally never even attacked Asterion. Can you kill him? Like... And Burrito just killed him for us, and kept him from really attacking us at all. It was pretty alright, as things go. Pleasing Fungus asks why I was fighting a summoned Balrog instead of Asterion, and it's like I was just not really thinking very clearly, is the answer. Yeah, Burrito seems like pretty good when he's idealized, and like not too bad when he isn't. I could spend some piety to idealize him now, and like he would definitely survive this combat, but I don't care if he dies. I mean, it's a little bit rude, I guess, but he's since he's easy to get back if after he dies, it's like just not really a big deal. If the combat that I'm currently in is safe, is not a lethal threat to me, then I don't mind if he dies. If it is something that I could conceivably die in, then like yeah, keeping him alive might be important. Because it might help me survive, right? But if I think that I'll survive regardless of whether he does, then I'm not going to really invest any long-term resources in keeping him alive. And our piety is a bit low. I think possibly still because of like when I put on that Amulet of Faith earlier. I don't know. What is this? A bookstore. But I don't know, that was a while ago, so I'm assuming that, like, someone else must have been spending piety as well. Which is great, you know, spend piety, please. Book of Enchantments? Haste is a little optimistic, but we could maybe do it. I'll put it on the list. Actually, someone's probably found it by now, right? Yeah, forget it. Just take that back off the list. Potions of Curing, fine. So we can't like go outside of vaults and then read a scroll of recharging or something. It's not that we can't read any scrolls while we're in here. It's between starting this mission and finishing it, we can't read any scrolls. So like that's why I recharged my Wand of Heal Wounds before I came in. So like, what's my... Yeah, all right. I think he's right. We'll switch to the magic resistance. Oh, they're all confused now. Thanks. What was I talking about? I don't know. Right, this floor's about done, so I'll auto-explore the rest of it. Right, we can't like go outside and recharge the Wand of Heal Wounds. That still counts as using one in here for this mission. The way it's being implemented... Ooh. Shamans? No, but there's a lot of monsters. The very first thing we do is idealize here. First turn after we idealize, all monsters are confused. That's what I am talking about. Thank you. Like, that's amazing. Running a Hexer, like, is something I haven't done before, as I have mentioned. You get different impactful stuff when you idealize a Battle Mage or a Knight. But what you get is like uniformly very good, it seems like. So I don't mind at all that all the monsters got confused and are now getting paralyzed. Like, I'm in favor of this outcome. Even though what I sort of... Like, I know that that's why I'm doing it. Ring of Wizardry, never pick it up, please. Why are these all like... They're like highlighted extra hard. I'm not sure what the deal is there. Huh. Okay, I'm not sure what the deal is with all that. But, it's talking about what? Oh yeah, about all the various ancestor types. Like, I know that the reason I'm idealizing him is so that his hexes will work well. scroll from the curse, sure. But like I don't really internalize like what it will mean for me that his hexes work well. I just know this is a difficult combat, and I want Burrito to be more effective, so I'll idealize him. And I don't really think about what it will mean for him to be more effective. And then so like when all the monsters get paralyzed and confused, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Even though it's exactly like the outcome that I was creating, it's still a surprise to me. Because I'm sort of used to, like, the last time I played Epiliothalcon, I was a battle mage. And I would idealize so that he would just deal a gigantic pile of damage to monsters. Which is, you know, that's nice too. The ancestor types are all pretty reasonable, I think. Some players think that Hexer is overpowered as heck. I don't really agree with that. Paralysis is nice, but the Hexer can he can be destroyed pretty easily comparatively, and he doesn't deal a lot of direct damage. Like, I'm just sort of basically telling you like what a Hexer is, and then saying yes, that is how this Hexer is. You know, he hexes things instead of killing them directly, and like often hexing them causes them to be killed directly, but it sort of has the no! I guess we're wearing this. Okay, so I guess we're wearing a Ring of Loudness. We could swap the Ring of Protection from Fire and wear that other thing instead, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, so that's exciting. We got a serious player nerf there. How's Burrito doing? He's moderately damaged already, but I think he's gonna be fine. Anyway, the ancestor types are all good. That's the end of that lecture, I guess. I'm still used to like the Jiva character, and I'm like, I keep forgetting that like I have to eat. What is this? Show me back to the paradise where food has been removed. You know, like food is nobody's favorite mechanic. It kind of has to. Nobody has figured out the right way to remove it, but nobody likes it. I think it's fair to say. But I'm gonna maybe hello. Alright, whatever it was, we killed it. I'm gonna try to finish this mission up, like, kind of quickly, just because I feel dumb and bad about identifying Ring of Loudness. It's, like, cost me a lot in terms of power for this mission. The good news is that we're, like, really overpowered for the mission anyway. So we should be fine, despite my being, like, dumb and careless. Yeah, okay, they're in there. This is a weird layout where like you get to pick up an item and then you get to look at the monsters who are guarding the next thing or something. I don't understand why it was set up that way. I just want to like auto-explore and then when there's monsters, fight them. But instead I've got all this weird stuff about like, here's some monsters that you have to like tell the game how to get to. Oops, no, I'm sorry I put you in the middle of things. Oh, hello, Xahua. That's exciting. I can't get any more fire resistance than I have now. That's pretty exciting as well. I wish you would stop stepping in there, please. I want you to not get yourself killed. Let us idealize you, I suppose. so that you can perhaps get a good hex on Stahua? I should haste. I can't haste, I only have heal wounds. Did we get... Xtahua resists with almost no effort, so he's not likely to become paralyzed or confused. Okay. I apologize. So it might actually have been better to just run away, but it turns out that we're disgustingly strong, and we can just tab Xtahua with no real concerns at all, despite having no fire resistance. That's pretty cool. Let's chop it up. Yeah, we get the Fire Dragon hide from Xtahua. That's cool. We could make some pretty reasonable Fire Dragon armor. Not now, of course, but later, once we're allowed to read scrolls again. Yeah, just keep mass... That's one nice thing, I guess, about the Hexer, is, like, mass confuse is area targeted, so even if the Hexer, like, sort of can't get over me to the enemies, he can still help. Which is something that the other ancestor types have trouble with. They sort of need a line of fire to be productive. Where's our... What? Yeah, don't pick up that scroll. Yeah, anyway, so that's like a nice thing. I guess that was a Vault Sentinel, so arguably I should have swapped weapons, but we're just like real strong, so there. Oh, that's an escape hatch, don't take that. Down we go, we're on to Vaults 3. I just was about to hit R to like check how many scrolls of magic mapping we have, in case that seems like a good idea. But I caught myself before the macro had to remind me. Which it would have done, but, you know, there's no reason to force that kind of thing. What was that? A thing? Shadow Dragon Corpse. Oh, we could, Oh, it's over there to the west a bit. Yeah, we could make Shadow Dragon armor. That's another good one as well. It seems less popular, but it's actually pretty good. It's like exactly as heavy as plate. But it gives you... It has a better net stealth effect than robes do. So the other dragon armors are like... They tend to be lighter than normal armor of the same armor class, so that what you get out of them is like the same amount of armor, but for less encumbrance, or alternatively, for a fixed amount of encumbrance, more armor. I really do not want to try this on and find out that it's also garbage. I need my Ring of Protection from Fire. Let's inscribe it. There you go. With Shadow Dragon armor, you don't get that. You get like it's as hard to wear as plate, and it gives you as much armor as plate, but you can actually like be stealthy in it, which is pretty useful. Being able to run away from fights is what you get from stealth, basically. Let's take a bit more strength. Because our armor is sort of encumbering the spells that we would like to cast. Right now, of course, our armor makes it impossible to cast spells of any sort. But we're thinking of in the fairly near future. Speaking of, I guess I should let fighting get to 23 before I swap it off. There are breakpoints at like whole levels, I think. So, but in the fairly near future, we would like to start casting some spells, and even once we swap out of this armor that makes it impossible to cast spells, it will still be the case that we're wearing armor that is making it hard to cast spells. So swapping to something like Shadow Dragon armor or whatever could be nice. What? Eat this royal jelly. There you go. So yeah, Vaults, this character is like real good. Vaults has not been a concern at all. Asterion was kind of a wake-up call, but turned out to be totally fine. Just spend like one little blip of god piety. And arguably, we didn't even have to do that. I just realized now we haven't been flying this whole time, which mostly doesn't matter. But I think I would rather be flying as a default than not, in case something like makes shallow water or some crazy reason. I'm a little surprised that we're having so much trouble getting to 6 stars of piety. Because it's not like I've been using the heck out of the god abilities. I've been just using it like reasonably, right? I don't know. Let's drop beef jerky. A crude silver amulet. I want to try that on too. It's the worst. Drop these are all. Oh, I never want ambrosia again. Let's forget that. Ambrosia is just too dangerous at this stage of the game. Because you just can't afford to be confused for long periods of time. You can sort of imagine scenarios where it would be useful, like you like teleport away from a fight or something, and so you're still in a dangerous floor, but you land in a safe area, and you're like, oh, I want to rest to regain health, but I want it to go more quickly. And there's no monsters around nearby right now, so I don't mind being confused, but like, there's just not a situation that happens that much, like, and having ambrosia around for it is not that helpful. It's still dangerous because monsters could come across you, and then you have to use curing or whatever. It's pretty good early game when like monsters can't damage you as fast as ambrosia heals you. That's pretty nice. But right now, that's, I don't know, just not a thing that I want, so I don't mind dropping it. These elves don't love very much. Okay, I'm getting my damage reflected back at me by the Death Knight, so I'm glad Burrito finished him off. I think that's what happened anyway. This is a lot of monsters, so let's slow down and see what's up. Okay, it's not actually that many monsters, but it looks like a lot. Yeah, I'll just I don't know, tab. Yeah, seems fine. Potions of heal wounds. Okay, yeah, we picked those up. Good. Did I see that right? We have 17 potions of heal wounds now? And we had 12 when we came in? We found 5 potions of heal wounds just on vaults 1 through 3. Man, I don't know why I'm all sniffly all of a sudden. I've been fine all day. And I guess for the earlier recordings I made today. But now suddenly, you know, I'm just allergic to vaults. I'm allergic to gargoyles. Who knows? I'm allergic to burritos? I hope not. I'd rather be allergic to gargoyles if I had to pick. But I guess you don't really get to pick. Oh, forget it. Don't pick that junk up. Oh, I was going to start training... oh, I want to let fighting get to a round number first. Whoa, this is a lot of dudes. There's a lot of them, but it's not really a big deal because all the scary ones are confused. The Sentinel could be an issue, but right now he's not yet adjacent to us, so it's fine. Or not yet. Here, let's swap because now he is. Didn't have line of fire on us. Okay, we got him. And Burrito is just taking care of business here. Teasing Fungus chimed in to laugh at me for putting on a cursed ring. Yeah, I agree. I should be laughed at. I'm not going to walk into that room. I'm going to walk up here and make them come to me. That worked well. Thanks, Burrito. I was
a couple of times over the course of this channel, not a lot of times, but a couple, someone has recognized me elsewhere on the internet and been like, hey, are you the Amaloy who does Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup? And it's like, it's kind of cool, right? I can be like, yeah, that's me. I'm glad to know that there are people like just all over the internet who are at least vaguely aware, you know, of who I am. Not to say that everyone on the internet is aware, but to say like there are people in areas that I don't explicitly advertise to. Like, I feel like the people who are into Dungeon Crawl are like, yeah, I kind of expect them to know about it, kind of. But I was asking, I don't think I already told this story in a previous episode. I might have, though. It's alright. I was answering, I think I did now. Oh, well. I was hanging out on Stack Overflow answering a Haskell question, and one guy was like, hey, are you the guy who does Dungeon Crawl? And I was like, yeah, I am. And he said, I'm a fan. And it's just like, that's a nice interaction. Makes me feel good. Nothing, you know, nothing too detailed or anything, but, you know, it's cool. He's not someone that I know from, like, the Dungeon Crawl IRC or anything. So there are plenty of people who that is where I would sort of expect them to know me from, or from Reddit or whatever. Hey, we did it! A Wand of Hasting. Too bad we can't identify it. That's exactly the item I was looking for. Actually, let me do one thing, which is... How can I annotate all the stairs down? Can I do that? Can I annotate Vaults 5 without being here? Ah, no. What I can do is stand on a staircase, and instead of pressing down, say annotate, yes, no, don't go there. All right. All right, Pleasing Fungus was a little worried about me. So we're going to go to Crypt 0, and I think we've been doing this pretty fast. Oh, of course, since I had to stop the recording for my sneezing fit, I don't know how long we've been going, because it's now, I've been going for 4 minutes! Hooray! But, like, I'm pretty sure it's been longer than that in real life. Scroll blinking is a welcome pickup. Whoa! Alright. Alright. Well, first things, let's idealize here. And we could do something a little bit sketchy, like use transference on Marjorie to get her adjacent to us easily. Since our fire resist is not very good, I am quite concerned about her. But I also don't want to leave Burrito out there to die. Let's see what Pleasing Fungus thinks. I'm suggesting that we should try using transference on Marjorie to swap her and the Ancestor and get her adjacent to me. But I think he's right, that we just... Actually, he said back up a little, but I have an even better plan, which is to just go upstairs and find some different stairs, and don't take these. Come back upstairs, Burrito. We're just not going that way. We're going to find different stairs down to Vaults 2. Because those stairs have Marjorie and Jory. And, like, Jory, we'd probably be okay with. And Marjorie, we would maybe be okay with, but it's not so clear. I feel a little silly now that I idealized and then didn't even try to fight the thing. But, you know, that's life. We're up to 6 pips, so we are net plus on Piety for this mission. And, like, I don't mind exploring more of Crypt. We'll get some more experience. Like, most of the stuff should be pretty trivial. We don't necessarily need to dive. Like, we could probably very well actually clear Crypt. Except for maybe some Curse Skulls. But I don't know. We have, like, Gargoyle Torment Resistance, which is the main thing that they're a problem for. So we could maybe just handle them, but I'd rather not. But other than that, it would be pretty easy to clear most stuff, and I just think I'm not going to do that because I think it's safer to just dive, because we have a goal in mind, and we should... Hello? We should aim to accomplish our goal as safely as possible, and not, like, get the sort of hubris of, like, I can do whatever I want. So that's why I'm not clearing. Oh! Blah! We'll see if we can lure any of them upstairs with us or something. How's Blink looking? Blink is at 12, which, considering that we can't cast Blink, I'm happy with that. And then once we're able to cast spells again, we can train it some more. Alright, so Burrito, could you, like, help out at all, maybe? He has a lot of MR. Holy cow. Oh, apparently we were fighting something else along with Jory. I don't even know what it was. There goes Jory. It was probably a Vampire Knight or a Vampire Mage, or whichever one of them can go invisible. Vampire Mage, I guess. And it looks like Marjorie is not in the vicinity, so that's lovely. And there is an escape hatch. I think that's probably not a good idea. It would be nice to just be able to say, alright, I'm done with the mission. Good luck getting out of Crypt 3. But I think that would be a very rude and irresponsible way to play this character. We are not currently in mortal danger or in any danger of failing the mission. So, we should not take these ridiculous risks. Did we lose Burrito or something? What happened to him? He's been gone for a while. He was there. Burrito is destroyed. Okay. Yeah. Bolt of fire, sure. We found some stairs, but they're not real stairs. I'm just gonna keep walking away, and that should be fine. Oh my gosh, you're anti-magicking her? Oh, unreal. Yeah, there she goes. But the Hell Knights are still an issue. They do fire damage, so which we're not exactly well prepared to deal with right now. Okay. So we found all the stairs up and none of the stairs down. I don't appreciate that. Found one. Alright, peace out. How'd we do? We completed the bonus mission and we completed the thing. Great. So that means we can start reading scrolls now. We got the bonus mission. So I have some things I want to identify. Let's quickly just save the game, don't save macros, and then play again. And now I can start identifying things. Is there any reason I wouldn't want... Well, okay, first, put on... How much identify do I have? 18? Alright, I guess I'll use them. That's not really a great ring. Forget it. Drop this capital O junk, though. What's my amulet all about? MR plus, regen plus, stealth plus. I'll take that over Guardian Spirit, I think. And put on, what were we wearing before? Why does... I don't understand. I keep saying drop O, and then dropping it. It's stuck. Oh, I thought I had removed Curse, but I guess not. Okay. So we're just sort of wrapping up here. Because there's a bunch of stuff on the floor that I don't want other people to have to remember to deal with. So I'm going to do that in this mission. Put back on this ring W. Alright, so what's on the floor in Crypt 2 that I wanted to deal with? Scroll of Magic Mapping, basically, is the main thing. Oh, there's some Fire Dragon armor, so that's nice. Yeah, let's go get the Scroll of Magic Mapping, though. Go upstairs. There's a bunch of stuff we wanted here, isn't there? Or maybe it was all in vaults. Yeah, here's the scroll that we want to check out. Scroll of Silence, alright. Could be handy to have. And that's the main thing here, alright. Wait a minute, there's a Runed Buckler? Could that be an upgrade over our current? We're not using a shield, we're using a Ladder Tang. Okay, getting the characters confused. Shadow Dragon Hide. Alright, there's nothing here. What's on Vaults 4? Glowing Plate, not that interesting. Ivory Ring, let's go try that. Ugh, jeez, we're carrying so much junk. What can I get rid of? I have a spare Wand of Digging. I have Disintegration, which I haven't identified. That doesn't sound like me. I love to identify my Wands of Disintegration. Okay. But I wanted to drop a thing. Let's drop the spare Wand of Digging, I guess. Just to pick this up and try it on. Put on capital L. Junk. Read, remove, curse. I put that on 4? Really? Okay. I guess that's a new alias that I'm not used to yet. Not alias, but inscription rule. Alright, what else is there on this floor? Nothing else here. So what's on Vaults 2? Some scrolls, right? Yes. Ah, and another Scroll of Silence. And some more, like, Scrolls of Amnesia. Let's identify the scroll on the ground, I guess. Torment. I'll pass. Let's just grab, there's another scroll on the ground here. Let's pick up B. Yeah, kill all these jerks. Pick this up. There's more scrolls. Amnesia A. Read the Scroll of Amnesia to forget Freezing Cloud. What else is on this floor? There's just a lot of like administrative work. We're not going to do anything more super interesting in this game. So if you guys want to go, like, feel free to skip to the next episode where we'll get back into more combat, I'm sure. But there's sort of some administrative stuff to do here, and if you guys are interested in that, like, just feel free to stick around. You know, I'm recording it, so why not? Alright, nothing else really that exciting here. So let's go up to Vaults 1 and see what's on Vaults 1. A bookstore. I remember there was nothing interesting there. Okay. Scroll of Enchant Armor. Read it. I can't. No. But I wanted to pick it up, I guess, so I could maybe make better dragon armor or something. Okay. several scrolls of enchant weapon, which are not that interesting either. Alright, I guess we're done. Yeah, that was it. There's not that much stuff on the ground as I thought. There's mostly all those like rings I picked up that I wanted to identify. So there you go, we did it. And we got our bonus points. So how are we doing score-wise, I wonder? We're in a comfortable... Well, we're in second right now out of the 6 teams. The team in first is unlikely to be passed. They're only at 51 out of the 100 total possible points, but like they've gotten some pretty hard ones, and I don't expect them to mess up, and I expect us to skip some of the hard ones, so we probably won't catch them. And the team behind us were only ahead by a little bit. And then after that, there's some teams who, I don't know, they're just going at it a little slowly, and they might... Oh, one team has finished. Their total score is 13, and ours is 38. We could go as high as 100 so far still. Anyway, so that's it. This guy, if any of our characters goes to Extended, I imagine it'll be this guy. He's real strong. So that's it. We're done. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.